everyone. Hope you're all doing as well as possible. This is going to be an unscripted, behind the scenes vlog. A lot of thoughts and emotions are starting to come up for me, and I'm trying to process all of that, and I know I'm not the only Fundy survivor / escapee dealing with thoughts and emotions that are difficult. So, as I've mentioned before, I have raging PTSD from a lot of unfortunate life events, many of which happened during my cult years. And with that comes a lot of scary PTSD nightmares. But last night I had a different kind of dream that my brain is still kind of confused about. Sorry, my skin is so itchy. I'm going to grab the tissues because I'll probably need them. So before I got coerced into the more hardcore fundamentalism, I went to a church that was much less problematic in a lot of ways, at least at the time. That's how it seemed to me. And I have a lot of genuinely positive memories from that time. I started going there on my own as a teenager, and that was where I started working with kids in the church nursery. And I met a lot of genuinely wonderful families. I had a dream about one young mother in particular. Sorry, my skin is so itchy. I had a dream about one young mother in particular who taught me a lot of important basics about kids. I still have memories about when she was teaching me how to change diapers. Learned the hard way that when you're changing a boy, you need to cover him up right away. Not because he'll be embarrassed, but because he will pee in the air. I'm not making that up. So in my dream, I don't know if it was like some sort of subconscious memory, but she and I were just in the nursery together, and she had an infant in my dream, and I knew her when she had a couple of young kids. And in the dream, she was nursing an infant, and I was holding another baby, and we were just there in the nursery alone, talking, and it's just so weird because I do have some really good memories, and I don't know what to do with that. I don't know if that's okay. I don't know if it's going to come off as minimizing all the really horrific shit that I wound up going through later. But this was a really positive memory, and that church was the first real community I really had. I masked my autism a lot more than I do now, but I did come out with my autism to some of the families, including this woman. And um the memories just feel like ghosts. I don't know how else to explain it. And the way I describe being in a cult to non-cult survivors is I compare it to being in a foreign country with a different culture and an oppressive government. And since I came in from the outside, I think of it as I grew up in a more functional country, if you will, and moved to a different country that wound up being oppressive. And I compare getting out of the cult and reconnecting with my family and the few friends I had from before that. I think of that as getting a visa back to my home country. I hope that makes sense. But the thing is, I never felt at home in my home country because of my autism. My therapist has a term for this weird sense of loss. He called it ambiguous grief, which he described as any form of grief in which there is not an actual body. There is not a person who has been deceased. There are, unfortunately, some homicides connected to groups like this, but not in my immediate social circle, thankfully. So I'm not mourning the loss of people who are deceased. I'm mourning the loss of meaningful connections that I had. And I don't know what's going on with those people now. I don't know if they have also defected. I don't know if they've gone full MAGA. I don't look, what am I trying to say? I don't look those people up on social media. I tried once and it's just too much for me. I think it hinders any progress I can make with moving on. So I talk about those memories as they come up. I used to journal a lot. I'm going to try to get back to that. I don't have any kind of definitive conclusion for this video. That's what's so shitty about ambiguous grief. Oftentimes there isn't any real closure. I guess just live with it. So yeah, this video is already 9 minutes long. And I really need to start winding down for the night and getting ready for bed. But if you are also going through this, please know you're not alone. Yeah. All right. I hope everyone is doing as well as possible, and I will be back soon. All right. Take care. Bye.
If you enjoyed this video, please do me a huge favor and hit the thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon. Like you Bye.